The Philadelphia Eagles are facing an offseason of transition, with key players like Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, and Brandon Graham no longer in the fold. The Eagles' once elite pass rush is looking significantly different. And the biggest departure of all, Bryce Huff, is sending ripples through the locker room and the fan base alike. So, what does this mean for Philly's defense heading into the 2025 season? In a year when championship aspirations remain at an all-time high, one move stands out as a potential game changer: signing veteran edge rusher Von Miller. The logic behind this potential acquisition is hard to ignore. While the Eagles' defense will undoubtedly undergo some changes, there's no reason Philadelphia can't still field one of the most formidable units in the NFL next year. But one key element could determine whether they remain contenders: experience on the edge. With a rotation that leans heavily on youth, adding a seasoned pass rusher like Miller could be the key to keeping the Eagles at the top of the defensive hierarchy. Miller, who was released by the Buffalo Bills in March, may be exactly what the Eagles need. The 36-year-old veteran is coming off a tumultuous year in Buffalo, but has shown enough flashes of his former dominance to warrant serious interest. The move to release Miller resulted in $15.417 million in dead money for the Bills, but it did free up a respectable $8.397 million in cap space. This is the kind of pedigree the Eagles need to replace the leadership and production they lost when Sweat signed with Arizona. Sweat was a key piece of the Eagles' Super Bowl winning defense, recording a career-high 2.5 sacks in their victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. But with the loss of his playmaking ability, the Eagles need someone who can step into the spotlight when it matters most. Someone who can make a difference in the biggest moments. Why does this matter? Because if the Eagles are serious about making another run at the Super Bowl in 2025, they need someone like Von Miller. His ability to come through in crunch time, his leadership, and his deep reservoir of championship experience could make all the difference. It's not just about the regular season for Philadelphia. It's about being built for a postseason run, and Miller could be the one to tilt the scales in the Eagles' favor. What makes this an even more tantalizing proposition for the Eagles is the connection between Miller and new defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. Fangio, who coached Miller in Denver, is known for maximizing the talent of versatile edge rushers, and his system is a perfect fit for Miller's skill set. Last season, Miller averaged just 21.5 snaps per game with the Bills, showing that he's better suited for a rotational role. With Fangio at the helm, Miller could thrive in a package role, contributing during obvious passing situations and key moments in the game. This is exactly how the Eagles could deploy him, keeping him fresh while allowing him to make a significant impact when it counts the most. For the Eagles, the path to the Super Bowl in 2025 looks wide open. Fresh off their second title in 7 years, they have an established core of players who have been there before. But the reality of the NFL is that things can change quickly. Adding a player like Miller, a two-time Super Bowl champion, could provide a crucial injection of veteran leadership and experience into a defense that's still reloading after several key departures. Miller's presence could not only elevate the performance of younger players like Smith and Hunt, but also inject a sense of urgency and accountability into the defense as a whole. His championship pedigree, which includes victories with 2 different franchises, is something that simply cannot be taught. From a financial perspective, Miller may not be the most expensive free agent option, especially considering he's no longer in his prime. The Eagles have some financial flexibility, and signing Miller on a 1-year incentive-laden deal could be a win-win situation for both sides. The veteran edge rusher could chase his 3rd Super Bowl ring with a team that has a legitimate shot at returning to the mountaintop, and the Eagles would gain a veteran pass rusher who can mentor the next generation while contributing in key moments. In the end, the Eagles are in a position to contend once again in 2025, and adding Von Miller to the fold could be the missing piece in their pursuit of another championship. With Miller on board, Philly's defense would be even more dangerous, poised to continue their dominance and keep pace with the elite teams in the NFC. It's time for the Eagles to make this move. Whether they will, however, remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. This could be the type of addition that propels them right back to the Super Bowl. Bottoms.